around the month of April and May of last year, so I guess 2022, I went on like a really big therapy binge because my mom, oh God, every day, you're sick in the head, you need therapy, you need that, just because I was sitting inside all day. I mean, the only benefit a job really has is like, it's a good cope for me, because like everything else is bullshit, and because I've been trying to read, I still work out, like I have to do that shit, because like I just refuse to look like shit, physically, like my body, my face, it just stays the same, like it really doesn't matter with that, but reading, coping with waking up at the same time and taking cold showers, all that type of stuff, and it just doesn't work. Like there's always that constant reminder that you're just a lonely piece of shit, and that's just over. But anyway, she would always tell me, oh, you're mentally ill, you're sick, and like she would tell me like, oh, if this therapist doesn't fix you, we're gonna find another one, and if that one doesn't fix you, we're gonna find another one until they fix you. And it's like, therapy will never work for people like me at all. Seriously, like it'll actually never ever work for me. I mean, I guess if you're a high tier normie who you're a complete mental cell, you sit inside all day, and like the therapist spits some lines, that's written on his notes, then maybe it'll work, but, I mean, I even remember in middle school, or I think it was like at the beginning of high school, I had this therapist lady who told me, she would always go, okay, like some people do that where they go, okay, or they have like that weird thing that they do, like at the end of sentences. And she would tell me like, okay, the first thing you have to do is accept that your life is in your control and everything that you do is, she said like some shit like, oh, it's all your fault. I can't even believe like I told myself that. Like I would gaslight myself and be like, oh yeah, it's my fault. The reason why my life is so bad is because it's my fault. And that's like just a recent thing that I stopped doing, saying it's my fault. Because you can only say that shit for so long until it makes absolutely no sense. Like if you're getting rejected 40 times and like you're doing everything right, it starts to not make any fucking sense at all. How is it fucking my fault? Like the story of my life really is, I guess, if you're barely passing a class, you're working really hard and you got the final exam, you got to get at least a C on the exam, and you study harder than all the fucking kids in the class and you get a D on it, even though you needed a C, and the teacher goes, oh, didn't study hard enough, your fault. Didn't try hard enough, your fault. Oh, well. And you're like, wait, what? It's like, I did fucking try. What are you talking about? I think that's why I'm so fucking depressed. It's because, like, if I knew deep down that I'd be rewarded for my hard work, I'd probably, like, if I knew deep down that if it worked, like, jester maxing and buying a girl flowers, like, I had a fucking life coach, this couple, tell me that when I was in high school. They told me, if you buy a girl flowers, and this is no fucking joke, if you buy a girl flowers, she's gonna appreciate you and think it's a kind gesture, and she's gonna want to go out with you. Like, it's just, how the fuck? I don't know how people just don't, like, laugh at shit like that and think it's, like, legitimate. Like, I don't understand that. Oh my god, it's just so funny. But yeah, if I knew it worked deep down, then I'd do it. But like, I know this shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's like going to the gym for 5 years and you have the right diet plan, you have the right everything, and you make absolutely no progress, and you're like, shit, I just worked hard for nothing. That's just how I feel, because everything is about luck. The people that quote unquote work hard get mad when people say that, oh, life is all about luck. And they go, no, I worked hard. Yeah, you probably worked hard, but you got lucky enough to be where you're at. I mean, let's say, for example, 30 students graduate Harvard. They spend 8 years in fucking Harvard, busting their fucking nutsack off to the floor. Norwood Reaper stealing their hairlines. The hairlines are taking vacations every fucking year. Like the hair follicles are just taking vacations every fucking month. They're all busting their asses off and work just as hard as one another, but they're all competing for a job that's open only once every year. They're competing for it, and only one of them is going to get the job. Only one of them is going to get lucky. The others are going to be like, fuck, it's over. I did all that hard work, didn't get that job. Fuck, competed for it, didn't get so lucky, So yes, you did work hard, but you still got lucky, That's just like that's what people don't really understand about luck. You know, it's like, yeah, you worked hard, but you got lucky. Because how many fucking people do you know that have dedicated their lives to something, but fucking ended up nowhere? I mean, you even see it like with those TikTok, like those failed chads on TikTok. Like they bust their asses off, like buy all this like expensive shit, try to like same with like those Twitch streamers, and they just never make it. They just don't have, like, it's just over. They work really hard and they get nowhere, you know. But yeah, I can't, going back to like, you know, my mom, she's just clueless and has no idea. And this is the thing, never talk about the black pill with anybody at all, basically. Not even your parents. I mean, even when I first got black pilled, I tried telling her like all this shit, like the reason why my life blows, and she goes, "You're mentally ill, you're sick in the head." Like she threatened to call whoever the fuck on me. Like I've been to a psych ward before. That shit is fucking scary. Like they have your life in their hands. They can do whatever they want. You gotta stand in front of a judge to see if they're gonna release you. You don't want to end up there, you know. And like it's just, and the thing too, like even when I was there those few times, they would always say, "You don't even belong here," you know. But yeah, I've done it all with therapy, really. Like I've seen male therapists, female therapists. Nothing really notable about it, like nothing really bad about it, but the fact that they would just say the most fucking absurd shit. Like this dude, I'll never forget this fucking guy last year who told me to brighten up my wardrobe, because I'd come in like the same hoodie and shorts, black hoodie and black shorts. Brighten up your wardrobe and people will be more inviting to talk to you, and you know, all this shit. I even had a therapist call me selfish, and like, so, like it's just, I don't know, it just won't work for me, you know. The same thing with I mean, you know, with what I was gonna talk about, like Adderall, antidepressants, things like that. I had a friend who let me try Adderall. He gave me like a couple tablets. I would take, I think, like 20 milligrams, or I think I only had like maybe a few days worth. But that shit, man, first off, I couldn't piss. Like I had to like push to piss. Like for some reason, like it was just really hard to piss. What other weird shit? I couldn't sleep. And it literally just made me like just super euphoric. Like I remember it was around this time last year, I was just like fucking nodding off on the couch, like just like holy fuck, you know. Like I remember I was like taking down or putting up the Christmas ornaments, I can't remember, and I had to like sit down on the couch, and like my head was going back. I was like, holy fuck, you know. No wonder people get addicted to things like that. And you know, with ADHD, because that's what Adderall is for, ADHD, I don't really buy it, because you know, I've been told many times I have ADHD. Oh, can't focus, don't find anything interesting. It's like, that just might be who you are. I mean, if you take your kid to play a bunch of sports and he finds all the sports boring, you're not going to be like, oh my God, he's got ADHD. He finds everything uninteresting and can't focus. He needs Adderall. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't think you're going to do that. Like, you wouldn't do that for someone who enjoys everything. Like, oh, he enjoys everything, let's put him on a pill. Like, shit like that. So, I don't know, but alcohol is a completely different story, which, I mean, it's kind of funny because my whole entire family, well, first off, hates me now because my mom's a fucking idiot, but on my dad's side, everyone's an alcoholic, including my father, which is why I think, first off, my tolerance levels are extremely high. I mean, I don't know what the fuck, I wish I could remember what happened, but, for some fucking reason, on Christmas Eve, I started drinking, and then it just went on to the day after on Christmas, and then the day after that. But it was like, and I was supposed to go to work, and I didn't call out, didn't do anything, and like, God, it was fucking bad. Like, I guess, I mean, I don't remember shit. And this is how extreme the cope is. My mom didn't know I was drunk at all on Christmas, or the day after, but she thought I was having a mental breakdown or something, and basically, next thing I know, I'm in the hospital, and, you know, the conversation we had after it, basically, on the car ride, because I got discharged right away the next day, but on the car ride home, my mom goes, she's like, oh, why couldn't you be like a normal kid? Why couldn't you, you know, get a good college degree and get a normal job and have friends and, get a girl. Why couldn't you be a normal kid? And then she starts comparing me to all her friends' kids and shit, and all that. And it's just like, it's over, there's just like, there's no way I'm gonna live a life like that. It's just, it is what it is. No amount of whatever can change that. It sucks. But, my blood alcohol levels supposedly were near fatal. I don't think it was that bad. I mean, the next day, the nurse said to me, it was this bald black lady. She had like a buzzed head, this nurse, and she goes, I've never seen anyone with blood alcohol levels that high that was able to form a coherent sentence. And, it's funny because like my blood alcohol levels, I think it was 0.37, like the first, like when I was admitted to the hospital, 0.37. And, and when my blood alcohol levels were falling, she's like, I don't know how you fucking are able to not slur your words and all this. And then she's like, most alcoholics, would be fucking like completely out of it. Most alcoholics would probably die around this fucking, this blood alcohol range. And then she starts talking to me about like, oh, you have prior alcohol abuse, anyone in your family disposed to alcohol, it could be genetic, of course, genetic. But my alcohol tolerance is really high, which isn't a good thing, by the way. And I'm nowhere near an alcoholic. This is the funny thing. My mom, I don't know why the fuck she thinks that therapy and all these fucking stupid cope, because I know it's all a cope. Like, it really won't help me. The only person that can help you is you, I'm really wanting to move out of here and just get the fuck out of here, because I've never met someone so clueless before, just with their kid. I mean, if you have a sub-5 male as a parent, like, you just can't really, the kid's got to cope himself. You can't fucking force all this bullshit on him, But, oh, yeah, the fucking voicemail I got from my uncle, and then he called me. He first he left me a voicemail. He's like, oh, I can't believe you got drunk on Christmas for your mother, and, how could you do that? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. And then, when he called me, my cousin goes, and this shit, oh my God, I actually had to hang up the phone. My cousin goes, and keep in mind, this motherfucker, he's like 5 inches taller than me. He's in college. I know he has a girlfriend, but he basically goes, he's like, hey man, I heard what happened, and all I gotta tell you, bro, it's like, trust me, working out, bro, is gonna be a lifesaver for you. I've heard that shit so many times. This year, work out, bro, and it's like, I already am. Like, it's like telling someone who's drinking water, hey bro, trust me, you gotta drink water, bro. It's gonna save your mental health, bro. And you're drinking the water. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I am. That's just so aggravating. But yeah, and don't listen to people like that. This motherfucker is basically on vacation, if you think about it. He's in his fucking dorm room. He goes to college. Like, really, he's got a girl. What really is that hard? It's really no different than a boss walking in, who comes into his job once a year and goes, gaslights everyone. Oh, you guys, this looks like shit. Oh, fix it. It's all your fault. You're garbage. Work on yourself. And then walks out thinking he fucking knows everything. Like, these normies, these people who give you this meme advice, don't know shit about your life. They give you this gaslight advice because they think it's funny, or they're just clueless. I noticed that human nature, many people want to see others fail. They don't want to see anyone succeed at all. Like, people, like, these normies really get off on it. Like, people fucking failing in life. They like get off on it, and they fucking think it's like the best shit ever and the funniest shit ever. Like, it's just fucking sick, like. But I had to hang up the phone. I'm like, the fucking clueless. You are so clueless, Even the family gathering, my mom canceled it because of that, and then put it back on, and my family, it was just so awkward. I literally went to the bathroom. I was sitting in there for like 40 minutes because I didn't want to, because they were all like, it was just, I can't even, no one really even said anything. They were all just looking at me, and I heard them talking, like, when I was sitting in the bathroom, they were whispering, like, oh, is he drinking? I'm not a fucking drunk, and I went to AA because my mom, that's the reason I went to therapy too, is because she's like, I'm going to kick you out if you don't go. So I went to AA, and let me tell you, I'm nowhere near an alcoholic. These guys, let me tell you, fucking, I think I'm a loser. These guys are fucking, can't even compare. And it's like, what am I even gonna, I don't need some dude to tell me not to put a drink to my mouth. Like, it makes no sense. Like, how can you not, I don't understand how you cannot control drinking. That's like what I don't understand. And, these guys, the only dude that was cool was this one dude. He was like a former lawyer, and his wife died or some shit, like to cancer, and like he started drinking, and that's how he lost his job. That was the only dude who was cool. It was all middle-aged men, by the way. I was the youngest one in there. It was in this classroom at this high school near my house, and what if I had to walk out because it was all a bunch of cope. Like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, this is just not for me. Like, what can they possibly do? And like, my mom's so blue-pilled. Oh, they're gonna help you. I fucking help myself. I don't need some fucking dude. Like, I really don't need some douchebag telling me not to put a fucking drink to my mouth. You know, I could do that shit myself. Fucking stupid, man. I'm a lot mentally stronger than people give me credit for. I swear to God. But yeah, it's just, Christmas was a fucking disaster. I really just don't remember shit because of how fucking hammered I was. But I mean, so far, I haven't drank at all. It's been like, what, a week maybe? And it's just, I have no problem at all. I really don't, you know. And again, like, how the fuck can you, like, I know exactly why. Like, once you're this fucking black-pilled, everything is so predictable. Like, I know why all those old cells are fucking drinking in the AA. It's like, I know. You know, you think if you were 20-year-old Prime Stacy, you'd be getting hammered all night and would be able to, you know, not control yourself. Like, no. Like, these guys are just so clueless. Oh, I'm drinking because... It's like, no, dude, like... like, they just have no idea. Like, and what would I even say? I'd give the most fucking black-pilled answer, and everyone would be like, It's just fucking stupid to me. I don't know. But I'm looking for another job, because this job ain't it. It just... The hours... they cut my hours, and... You know, it's just, at least I have more time to myself. Like, I've been chilling the past few days, just like, I went to the movies by myself. Like, they give me like 2 days off now, which I guess is okay. But I've just been like in my car, just driving around to places and just chilling out. You know, I don't gotta deal with shit at home. Can do whatever the fuck I want. But yeah, people really do make shit a lot worse. But the thing that blows is that the way our brains are structured and how we operate is loneliness doesn't give you a dopamine hit. When you're lonely and depressed, it's your brain telling you, dude, your life needs to change, but it can't. Like, you're forced in this state and you can't really do much about it, you know? Like, if there's a pill that could give you a dopamine hit when you're lonely, it wouldn't be no one would be angry and depressed anymore about being alone, you know? But at the same time, it's just like, it just sucks. You know, if humans were an asexual species, it would be so easy to live, for me at least, you know. But yeah, it sucks that we are, our brain chemistry has control over us and all the bullshit we do, you know. No free will for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been like a blur this past like few weeks, especially Christmas. Like I said, I just really don't remember shit. The only memories I really have of like Christmas are like sitting in the hospital bed and this lady telling me that like that shit, you know, that I was coherent. My mom telling me, oh, you need to go to AA, you know, going to that shit. And, you know, that's really all I remember. I'm not going to AA. That's I really don't need it. I don't need therapy either. I just need more copes. You know, I've been trying to, like, play more video games and shit, because, like, I really don't even know what to do anymore, because they keep giving, like I said, they keep cutting my hours, and I'm like, okay, now what the fuck do I do? I'll be sitting home. I've been trying to, like, go out to, like, places, like, I went fucking mini golfing by myself the other day.